Hello, and welcome to Financial Fluence, where we'll teach you the most up-to-date strategies and tricks for making money online. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and turn on the notification bell to be notified every time a new video is uploaded. Also, don't forget to leave a comment down below. Saving money is essential for our future. According to statistics, we haven't saved as much as we ought to. It's not always our fault that we have less money saved. We occasionally have to deal with a competitive job market or unavoidable medical costs. It's both good and bad that we can sometimes control it. It suggests that we either didn't save enough or didn't save enough when the amount of savings is within our control. Admitting this isn't always simple. It's great news that altering some of our current behaviors will enable us to increase our savings and put our finances back on track. In this video, I'll be talking about budgeting techniques that we can use to increase our savings and begin the path to financial independence. Number 1. Ignorance. Ignorance may cause overspending. If we don't constantly budget or check our expenses, our money can leak out in unforeseen ways. If you have a few spending categories like eating out or online shopping that you do more than once a month, it might pile up over time and make it tough to save as much as you'd want. Simple solution: track expenditure. If awareness is the main difficulty, a comprehensive budget may be the best solution, such as a zero-based budget. A comprehensive budget lists your income, costs, and how much you intend to spend on each. Then adjust those targets until your monthly spending equals your revenue. You give every dollar a job before the month starts. Number 2. Clarity. We overpay because we don't know what's worth our money. This can make us feel like we're wasting money each month because we're not spending as much on our priorities. Another symptom of financial uncertainty is buyer's remorse. People have utilized a few typical strategies to get financial clarity and grasp what they value. First is a values-based budget. This budget works similarly to a comprehensive budget in that you list out most, and sometimes all, of your expenses. But the goal is to direct as much of your money as possible towards things you care about through analysis of your spending and experimentation with ways to become more financially efficient, so you can spend more on other things. Spending cleanses are another way to gain financial clarity. A spending detox is a self-imposed task of not spending money on non-urgent needs for a set time. The idea is to flush out your system by breaking your typical habits and patterns, so you can uncover what's punching above its weight class. Find out what you miss and what you could do without or with less of. You learn what you value most by experiencing life without it. Number 3. Perspective. We may overspend because we don't realize how our spending affects our finances now, as well as in the future. If you have $10 and spend it on sweets or a Netflix subscription, you no longer have $10. Spending impacts much more than that when you go deeper. Spending isn't necessarily bad, but like any financial decision, it comes with an opportunity cost. That $10 can't be used for retirement or anything else. Due to compounding interest, even minor regular expenditures can set us behind financially over time. People often try to recontextualize their expenditures by applying the 300x rule and the real hourly pay to put things in a broader perspective. The 300x rule reframes spending based on financial independence. It shows you how much you'd need to save and invest to cover those fees. As such, it works best with continuing expenses like Netflix or a car loan, not one-off goods like candy bars. Based on research by retired financial advisor William Bengen, a well-diversified investment portfolio should be able to support inflation-adjusted withdrawals of at least 4% per year for at least 30 years. For every dollar you spend each year, you need around $25 in assets to cover it. For every dollar you spend each month, you need $300 invested to cover it, hence the name. Number 4. Habits. Our habits and triggers can cause overspending. Consider shopping or eating out as a method to relieve stress, celebrate a promotion, or kill time. These may be long-standing habits. If we've done it for a long time, we may not even remember why we started it in the first place. Take up journaling to increase self-awareness, or talk to friends, family, or a counselor to acquire an outside perspective. Because if we understand ourselves and what financial triggers lead us to bad habits or behaviors, we have a greater chance of coming up with a game plan that will help us make improvements or stop the habit altogether. Number 5. Discipline. This usually leads to us buying something on impulse, and it's reasonable. We're bombarded with ads, societal pressures, expectations, and other signals that make overspending enticing every day. Studies show that our capacity to resist temptation weakens the longer and more often we do so. Willpower and discipline work pretty similarly to our stamina when running a sprint. Before the race, we may have a lot of energy, but within 10 or 20 seconds of running flat out, our muscles start burning and we struggle to catch our breath. We don't have the same energy anymore, at least until we get a chance to rest. The same is true for willpower. First, avoid settings or activities that encourage overspending. Second, if you can't avoid these temptations, delay discretionary spending for a few days. This strategy is called the 72-hour test because you wait 72 hours before buying something tempting. It helps avoid impulse buys and buyer's remorse. Most things we're tempted by in the moment but wouldn't utilize or enjoy are quickly forgotten. Third, leave your credit card at home when you may feel pushed to overspend. Credit and debit cards are convenient, yet they allow us to spend more than we would with cash. This is especially true if we overspend and can't pay off our credit cards each month. By leaving your cards at home and taking only cash, you'll reduce the risk of overspending, at least in back-breaking amounts. People often overspend when grocery shopping, so knowing what to buy and carrying as much cash as needed is a good strategy. Others use the envelope method or cash-only budget for their entire budgets. People utilizing this budgeting approach divide their cash into envelopes or other containers and label them by purpose. Pay yourself upfront to avoid the problem. Automating your savings with direct payments from your paycheck reduces impulse purchases. It doesn't prevent overspending and debt, so other measures may be needed. Number 6. Lethargy. This is normal when saving for retirement. An endpoint can feel so far away it's unreachable. I've discovered the best method is to break the overall goal into tiny, bite-sized bits. Rewarding yourself often will help you feel like you're continually making progress, making it harder to ditch your savings plan for something more important in the near term and keeping you motivated over the years. We're all going to run into obstacles along the way, especially while trying to save for retirement. It's simply one of the experiences. Number 7. Inefficiency. We may overspend because we're not efficient. There are many possible causes. Not knowing where to look for deals, not having the time to research, or lack of energy to DIY. Get innovative and reach out to others. Unfortunately, many of us have overspent. Overspending is widespread, which gives an opportunity. Many of our neighbors recently bought a couch or whatever else they don't need and would sell it to us cheaply. Maybe we could join a local purchase group on Facebook or elsewhere online and exchange with others in our community to receive inexpensive or free stuff. Sometimes we can utilize outdated equipment. There are also tried and true methods like waiting for sales, couponing, and other discounts. Every little bit helps. So those are the 7 reasons we could occasionally find ourselves overspending, along with some methods to help us avoid it. By no means does this constitute an entire list of causes or of solutions. I do, however, hope that you were able to learn something from this video. What are your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comment section below. And if you enjoy similar content, check out my other videos. And if you like them, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell.